Hey there, my name is Brave, and part of the journey or part of my conversations on myself has this is good for me, so I have to stay put to myself. Okay, so my work as a graphic designer has brought me to a place whereby I have to really interact with people, and interacting with people is something that is very critical and key. You have to learn different kind of languages because people are different. As different as their faces, so are the conversations in between. And what Mr. A likes is totally different from what Mr. B likes. Even if Mr. B is attracted to you because of the stuff you did for Mr. A. I don't know if you understand. So I did a particular design for Mr. A and I put it up there, and Mr. B sees it and he's like, I like this kind of design. You'll be thinking Mr. B wants that kind of design, but no, Mr. B wants something totally different from what Mr. A likes. And at that point in time, you have to be smart enough to know how to bring out the conversations in Mr. B to know what Mr. B likes. So it's placed me in the point of learning how dynamic people are. And it has given me an edge over some challenges when it comes to negotiation and other things because of the kind of work that I do. And people are very amazing and interesting. People are interesting, really. You have to learn to communicate in their language. Basically, you have to learn to communicate in their language. So I speak different languages, not like English or Latin or something. Same English language, but because of how people want to be communicated to, you have to learn the styles of how they want to be communicated to. Another thing that has helped me is being consistent in what I do. For me, the whole idea, audio picture in my head when it comes to consistency is the rock and the drop of water. So the reason why the drop of water can tear down a rock is consistency. That's what makes the drop of water powerful, because it consistently drops on the rock, bit by bit by bit. It stays there for a very long time, and soon enough, the rock that is so mighty is torn down. So consistency gives you strength and power, especially as a creator. When you are consistent in doing a particular thing as a creator, whether video editing and graphic design, coding, web designs, when you stay at it, whatever you're doing opens up to you, it breaks up to you. It shows you now know different ways, different methods, the best way, the easiest way to get things done, how you can do it more creatively. That's really the whole thing of consistency. A lot of persons do not want to be consistent. They always want to get things fast. Well, let this thing just work. Let this thing just work. They want to hurry up and be fast in the process. It doesn't really work like that, because somehow whatever you're doing, whatever you're learning, knows that you don't want to be consistent with it, so it doesn't open itself to you. So when you've given yourself to it, stay consistent at it, and you will see how beautiful it's going to be. One of the things I'm also learning in this time for me is focus. So back in the days, I used to do a lot of things. Like I said in my first video, I organize events. I do a lot of things basically. I still do them now, but on background. But I had to learn focus. You can be doing a lot of things and not doing anything. And that is the backside, the flip side of multitasking. Because you think you're doing a lot of things, but really you're not getting anything done. So it dawned on me some days back, so I had to really sit myself. And one of the things focus is going to demand of you is sit down and look at this thing you're doing critically. Do not switch sides. As a designer, for example, when I'm designing, my design always demands me to sit down, design this particular flyer, this particular logo, whatever you're designing at that point in time. Stay here, do not move to something else, and watch how that design you're doing is going to open up to you and how fast it can be. When you've mastered that process of focus, it's now easy to really, really multitask and achieve results. A lot of persons, because they don't know how to focus or because they've not mastered focus, it's hard for them to really multitask. Mastering focus is important, very important. I cannot really overemphasize that. It's very important. So I'm learning to master focus, right? We all hear about focus. Hey, focus. focus on what you are doing. But a lot of us have not really paid attention to staying and focusing on things we do. We should learn to do that. Work. Other things that comes to you as a creative is the journey is really challenging. It's not going to be an easy straight on the go. Being a freelance, being somebody who wants to build a system of guys or be the company that wants to work. Because we are the core part of businesses. Businesses want us to make sure that whatever they are doing or whatever we are doing for them rather works. So it's a whole lot of learning. You have to learn how different businesses function and what is the best thing to present or to give to them. And as you are developing, there's no really no one side to developing designs or creatives for a particular business because businesses are different and it's dynamic. So let me talk about business a little bit. This is going to be like part 3. It's obvious one like I want to know.